The way I'm literally still trying to get my hands on POV by Mikayla Nogueira, y'all, I'm sitting over here like, okay, like how many units did she order? I don't know why, like on the back end, I'm so damn like, curious of things. I'm like, did she order like 50,000 units? Did she order 100,000? Because I'm like, okay, she had came out with it, sold out immediately. Okay, I want to say literally within like 2 hours, everything was sold out. And then she announced a restock, I want to say just a couple weeks later, which by the way, I do have to point this out, and I think I've pointed this out so many damn times if you guys have watched my like channel before when it comes down to like makeup content or makeup talk. It is an ongoing marketing strategy of like people say, for example, if I came out with a brand, I ordered 100,000 units of something. The very first launch, I'm going to put out 50,000 of it and then it sells out. Obviously, because it's supply and demand. As soon as people see like, oh my gosh, it's sold out, they want to try it even more. Because I don't know if you guys saw that she had done a restock not even close to 8 weeks later. I want to say it was just a few weeks later. And I was like, girl, I know these did not come from Korea that fast. If you guys have like worked within the makeup industry, you guys know it takes a while to get these products back on hand, especially when you're ordering in a mass quantity. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially that many different products. It's like she has what, 5 different products and you're getting all those back that fast. It just doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that she did do that tactic right there to where she was like, okay, let me just put half the stock so that way it can sell out. Then we could do a restock. I do also have to say this too. Obviously, it does make a little bit more sense when it comes down to the marketing of things, not necessarily just for the supply and demand and making people want it, but obviously that way you're like, oh shit, if I'm not going to get a restock within 8 weeks, let me cut it in the middle, do 4 weeks right here. I'll do half a restock and then I'll have a full restock, come the 8th week or whatever the case may be. Y'all, people have been like actually liking the product. Okay, yes, there was a couple people that did say like, oh, it gave their face burns. I did make a video about that, like somebody had broke out to it, but I gotta keep it real with you guys. Okay, yes, y'all know how I feel about Mikayla Nogueira. Y'all, oh, I am so sorry, but she is under my skin. I'm just like, ugh, she kind of just annoys me. Okay, straight up, I'm just like, you know what, used to like you, but I'm just kind of like, you and your lying is just too much for me, and I'm just starting to see through the cracks that she is shady as can be. And I really do feel like she is that type of person that will sell her soul for a penny, and I don't like that shit. Okay, anyways, I have to say this though, okay, and I will always keep it real. Like, what the hell is under my hat here? I'll always keep it real like this. Even the best of skincare products out there, people are going to have a reaction to. Everybody's skin is different. Everybody's pH balance is different. Obviously, everybody's, like chemical makeup, like of their skin is going to be different, and people are going to react to different to some products out there, even if they are made with the best ingredients out there. That's just the way it is. Do you know what I mean? So I do have to say this, like, even though people have come out and said like, oh, this, caused a rash or made me break out, that's going to happen. Like, y'all, I had some favorite products of mine from MAC and they made people break out. They didn't make me break out though. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like everybody is going to be different. I really do want to try. I'm so curious to try her moisturizer because I've seen a lot of people like her moisturizer, which actually, crazy enough, if you guys had seen that last video that I had made, which shit was like a month ago at this point now, maybe even longer than that. Somebody had like had a reaction to the moisturizer, but I'm like, oh, I still kind of want to try it because for the most part, I see people liking it, and then I get the other ones confused. If it's like, wait, is it the Drench It that I wanna try the one that's like the, oh no, the Glazy Tack Primer or whatever. I forget the name of it, but that's the one that I want to try. However, it's sold out and it's just oh, by the way, speaking of which, I don't know if you guys like follow the lipstick lesbians on TikTok. They know, well, I guess like the one who's always on camera, I don't know her name. She knows like all the like chemical like makeups of product. Do you know what I mean? Like all these different like, I don't know, things that formulate within a makeup product or a skincare product. So I like watching her videos. You know what's so crazy? She did actually do a pretty good review of Point of View by Mikayla Nogueira, right? Check this out. Recently, she just did a video to where she was talking about this new, you know what? I don't remember if it's Maybelline, but I do think it is Maybelline. This like, it's called like the Grippy Serum Primer or something like that, or a Serum Grip Primer. I forget exactly what the hell it's called. She actually did a video, and I just know that Mikayla is fuming about this shit because she was comparing it to Mikayla's product, and basically what she had said within that video was it takes 2 of Mikayla's products to get the feel of this one product, and that is like only $14.99. And I was like, y'all, it made me want to try that like Grip Serum Primer or whatever the hell it was called, or Grippy Serum. Literally forgot the name of it, but I was like, oh my gosh, the fact that she was like, look, I have to put these 2 products together to get this feel of this one product. I was like, Y'all, I just know Mikayla was like, you fucking bitch. Like, Mikayla's over there probably like all writing on her wall, like, screw lesbians. I'm literally kidding, okay? Don't go getting your panties in a bunch, okay? Let's go ahead and look at Mikayla's wall, though. Not just like, anyways, within today's video, y'all, I do want to go ahead and talk about some situations that are going down with points of view. Okay. One specifically being, okay, that like I have seen so many people say like it's taking their shipping to come forever. Once again, okay, y'all know that I'm always going to give the benefit of the doubt, even if it's with somebody that I don't like. Mikayla, I'm talking to you. I still feel like when you're a new brand, obviously you're working out all the kinks. By the way, I don't know if you guys do recall, she's not the sole owner of the brand. I actually did my little research on this. Completely forgot, but I mentioned it before in a previous video of a full-on big brand that owns it. Kind of like Patrick Star with One Size Beauty. He's a partner of the brand, but basically they pretty much like run everything. She's like the face of the brand and helps with the actual product development, okay? But she's not like Jeffree Star. Do you know what I mean? Or like Manny MUA, to where they are like a indie brand, to where they are, you know, just a sole owner of it and they're the ones doing everything. No, it's not like that. Letting you guys know. But I still do give benefits of the doubt when it comes down to it, because I do know, obviously, when you're coming out with a new launch, things are going to take a little bit of time. Obviously, we have to see as time goes if that changes. One thing I wanted to address, because I did see a lot of people talking about that. The next thing I want to say right here, okay, I think this is a little bit shady because this person did make this TikTok you guys are going to see. I actually got this from Reddit, okay? She made this TikTok talking about this product. She's like, wait, why does it say chill it on it? Like, please correct me if I'm wrong. Like, what's going on with this? Y'all, some shady shit went down after that with Mikayla's team. I have to say, whoever is running her social media is kind of shady. But what do we expect? Honestly, just keeping it real. So I do want to go ahead and start this off and play this TikTok right here that is now deleted. Check it out.
Just a quick question for anyone who's tried the Point of View by Mikayla skin prep line. I finally got my bundle in. I was super pumped. So I'm trying it first thing this morning, and I am Confucian. Look at this. So we got Whip It. Don't mind that I tore the box open. But it says Chill It on it. Am I crazy? Or has it always said Chill It, and I just was completely oblivious? I am Confucian. Explain.
There y'all saw from right there, the product says chill it on it, as to where it's supposed to say whip it on it, because that is the moisturizer. So she was like, wait, what's going on here? In my personal opinion, I think that that is going to be the next coming product. I think that they actually had, you know, something happen at the manufacturer to where it started printing on there. I think that she's going to come out with another product that's called Chill It, which obviously that makes sense because that's the same writing. It's on that bottle. I don't know how that got mixed up. There's a picture also that somebody had posted too, that this was the second time that this had happened, that somebody had Chill It inside of their Whip It box. You guys can see from the screenshot right here. I don't know if that's the same person or the different person. I really don't know. The nails obviously do look different if you guys paid attention within that first clip right there. So people are saying this has happened multiple times, but I don't know. What I specifically wanted to talk about was this shady shit that was going down right here. And I have to say, it's kind of crazy that that person ended up deleting their TikTok, but then they had posted these screenshots, which I think they took down the screenshots too. I don't know how these screenshots had came out from DMs from points of view, okay? I think that this is a little crazy here, okay? So check this out. It says, hi there, Casey. Kendall here. We're so sorry about the confusion with the packaging. We're looking into what happened, but we were wondering if you can kindly remove that video in the meantime while we look into this situation, and we'll work to get you a replacement ASAP. And then just let us know your order number and email. I want to say, when a person makes a TikTok about, you know, a product or a review, because essentially that's what it is this day and age. Like, I feel like TikTok and YouTube and, you know, all these other social media platforms, when you put up a review of a product, it's like Yelp. You know what I mean? I think that it's extremely shady of a brand to ask somebody to delete that video, even if it is a manufacturing error, or even if like you're like, oh, what the hell? Like, something went wrong within the making of this product. It is extremely shady for somebody to ask you to delete that, because obviously that's like your review. You're obviously concerned about it. You're like, what the hell is going on with this? And it does come across to me as very shady. And now I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Now I'm almost wondering if the brand would like reach out to people who have a negative review about it and ask them to delete their negative reviews, which is, it should be illegal. Honestly, that really should, because I'm like, if people are giving their genuine reviews about a product, they should totally be able to do that. And then you're over here saying like, oh, you should like, you know, delete this or whatever. That's a little bit concerning to me. That's a little bit shady. And I'm just kind of like, what's going on here? The other message was kind of like cut off right here too. I guess she had posted these like other messages. I don't really know like the in between here, obviously, because this was just what was posted on Reddit. So I don't know what was missing. But this is cropped out right here. It says thank you, and then she says thank you, and then the brand writes back again. Of course. Do you mind also deleting the 2 TikToks? Sorry, we know it's weird. Haha. Your order is processed already to get you a replacement. And then she wrote back right here. Feel free to send me other, I don't know what it says, happiness goodies if you want. I don't know what she's saying right there. But once again, they're asking to delete it, okay? I will say this on this video to cover my end. Obviously, we do know that like people know how to doctor shit this day and age. People know how to make fakes of like DMs. I don't know how to do that shit, but we do got to keep it, real. And that hey, maybe these are doctored. I don't know, but I'm just kind of like, this is making the brand look super shady. If I'm being quite honest with you guys, because I'm like, how are you asking to delete? Like that's so weird to me. Like I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. But the next thing that I wanted to talk about right here is I saw some people calling her out about this, which I just think this is kind of funny. I don't know. Also, too, to me, it kind of seems like it was kind of like made up. I don't know if you guys remember the trends back in the day to like, oh, do your foundation with a hard boiled egg and like dumb shit like that. That's what this reminded me of because somebody commented to her right here. Okay, but if Whip It is just like Cool Whip, why not just use that? Which I don't know if like somebody really like commented that, you know what I mean? But obviously she was describing the texture of Cool Whip. So she decided to do a TikTok to where she was using Cool Whip and then showing Whip It moisturizer. Here's the thing though. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is kind of like a follow-up of, if you guys do not recall, people were calling her out on TikTok for calling her brand Korean skincare. Well, she's doing it again within this TikTok right here. So I do want to go ahead and play this TikTok for you guys so you guys can see that she once again is calling it Korean skincare. Like I said, I am not educated enough in this. I did play a TikTok before to where a actual Korean who is like familiar with all this stuff was like, no, this is Korean inspired. It's not Korean. You know what I mean? And I guess there's a difference. I don't know the difference. Y'all know I am dumb. Honestly, straight up with you guys, I feel like if a product is made in Korea, then I'd be like, oh, it's Korean skincare. You know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of how my brain works. Like, I feel like, oh, if this foundation was like made in Italy, then it's an Italian foundation. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know. Check out this clip right here.
You're with me, right? You want me to use Cool Whip as skin prep? You think that because I said Whip It has the same texture as Cool Whip, that they're the same thing? Listen, they're the same, but they're not the same, okay? You eat this one, you put this one on your face, okay? And now I'm gonna put this on my face, so. Whip It is one of the most unique moisturizers on the market, okay? It helps restore your skin barrier, keeps your skin resilient, intensely hydrated. It has ectoin, it has glycerin, ceramides, resveratrol, beta-glucan. This shit's packed. The known fact that Korean-made skincare is the best. Made in Korea, made in Chicago. What are you gonna choose? Here's the plan. On half my face, I'm gonna do Cool Whip. On the other half of my face, I'm gonna do Whip It. I'm gonna eat a little. Divine. Okay? See? Oh, I'm cringing. If I break out from this, I blame you. Straight up. I'm gonna do the same amount as I would do Whip It. Eat the rest. Whip It. Dip my finger in. The texture is literally the same. The only difference is like the little bit of the pearl finish on Whip It. Same exact placement here. Okay. The moment of truth. Definitely a little bit of tackiness. Hey, how does this have a glow? Okay, it's I like the grip. Okay, we have the Cool Whip, which somehow has a beautiful radiant finish. And then, oh, but look at Whip It. I mean, you can't, oh, look at look at the difference in the beautiful radiance. I will say that Whip It has such a beautiful, like, that finish is a lot different than the Cool Whip. Cool Whip, Whip It.
You know what's crazy is actually watching that back. I'm like, actually, I kind of do want to try the moisturizer because recently my skin has been getting, a little dry. And I'm like, oh, actually, it does look very hydrating on her. But if you guys did not catch it from in that clip right there, she literally said yet again, Korean skincare, which I don't know, y'all. I'm just pointing that out because obviously some people are bothered about that on TikTok and they're like, okay, stop calling your brand Korean skincare. But I don't know what makes something Korean, what not, makes it not Korean. Like, I really don't know because as far as my education went, which obviously is not very far, I literally thought like, oh, if it's made over there, then that's what it is. I don't really know. Also too, I think that maybe people are probably pressed about this because, she's not Korean. So maybe they're like, no, Korean skincare should be solely by Koreans. But then I just think obviously like brands from all around the world outsource to different countries because like this country may make this really good and that country may make that really good. Like a lot of people love, having their foundations and powders made in Italy. Do you know what I mean? As to where people like their skincare made in Korea. So I don't know, y'all. I don't got much to say on that. I just played that within here so that way you guys can give me your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.